Good morning, everyone. It is Wednesday, November buckets. 16th? Yeah, it's the 16th. Look at that. I haven't bothered to comb my hair this morning, so what else is new? Good morning. So I'm gonna go by the seat of my pants today. Like I don't do that every week. Um, but I will have more focus starting next week because I'm going to be looking at things relating to the holidays that are upcoming. Um, so what I want to do today is I wanted to kind of catch you guys up on what's going on with my personal world and my business world. Um, just because every now and then I think people kind of want to know what's going on, what's changing in the world as it is. So, okay, in my business world, the shop is still going. It's going okay. Um, it's not going as well as I would like, but the consolation prize to that is it's not going as well as anyone would like anywhere in Partyville right now. Remember, Partyville is not just a fancy name, it's a place to live too. All of the businesses in our downtown are seeing major loss this year. And I'm hearing the same thing from crafters and other small business owners too, that people just are not out spending money the way they normally would starting this time of the year. So it's been really tight at the shop. I've had to kind of slim down and cut back on a few things that I thought were necessities, but apparently aren't, like internet. Um, so, yeah, I'm not saying that because I'm trying to drive people to the shop. I'm just saying that um, if you are capable of doing it in your areas, make sure that you help support the small businesses this holiday season because, first of all, first and foremost, this season is like this is like the grand hurrah for most small businesses. It is for all businesses that are retail based, but for small businesses especially, this is when the bulk of their money is made. I have two good seasons. I have Christmas and I have Midsummer. The reason Midsummer is so nice for the shop is because we have like 5 different campgrounds where people, tourists come, specifically tourists from larger cities who are looking for cute little quaint types of shops like mine. Um, but please, 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 I know I say this every year and I say this on my website but please go out and support your small businesses because a lot of these people have opened up small businesses not only because it helps them to bring to the world something that they really love, because why would you open a small business if you didn't love what you do? But they're so counting on being able to eat and buy presents for their families during this holiday season, and your purchases help them be able to do that. It doesn't have to be mine, be anybody's, okay? Also during this time, I know I go on this about quite a bit, go on about this quite a bit too. Find find gifting trees in your area. Most larger towns and cities will have a gifting tree in their larger retail establishments. I believe Walmart usually carries a gifting tree. Um, so look around. Gifting tree is when an organization like a nursing home or a children's center or something, they will put up a tree, and on the tree are handmade ornaments, and those ornaments will list out either a name of somebody or the age of somebody and a couple of items that they want or need for the holiday season. And then what you do is you take that ornament off the tree, you go find those items, you take them all to the register, you buy the items, hand the ornament over, and then they make sure that that makes it to the person that it is intended for. As for me, I like to do bell ringing, and I'll get to that in a little bit when I talk about the charity for the week. That's my way of giving during the season because I don't have a whole lot of excess money. Um, you know, for example, when my husband and I talk about this a lot about our definition of broke versus other people's definition of broke. And a lot of people, when they say, oh, I'm broke, I can't go out and do something, what they're saying is, I have money set aside in reserve for a rainy day, but my expendable income at the moment is very low, so I can't go out. But I think there's more and more people that are like he and I, where it's like when we say we're broke, we literally do mean that yesterday I took my last $68 to the grocery store to buy 6 days worth of food. That's broke. Um, and again, I'm not saying this as a sympathy call. I'm sharing my reality. I'm sharing my life. Um, so people who have small businesses, a lot of us are in that same kind of boat. Again, support your small businesses. I don't have the money to donate a lot during the holiday season. When I have a couple of extra bucks here and there, I will. Um, I did go through McDonald's the other day because in the middle of all my piano lessons, I get hungry and I start to feel like garbage. And I don't always have something packed in the car, so I'll go to McDonald's and I'll pick up like a quick burger and a tea. And I paid for the guy behind me because he looked like an older gentleman that looked like he might have been having a rough day. So I thought that might help him out a little bit. So when I have a couple of bucks here and there that I can do, I try to. You try to too. Okay. Um, so let's see. Okay, but otherwise at the shop, all that aside. So the shop is running a few different events every week or every other week. So we have coloring book night and crafting night that we run about every 2 weeks. It's first and third Saturdays. And it's kind of a fun event where people can come in and just chill out for a while. Every Friday I run a happy hour where I have a discounted store for about an hour. I just taught my first class for the fall-winter season. I did a Reiki class with 3 folks. I have people asking me to do the kitchen witching class again this winter. I will be doing a kitchen witching class this winter. I also want to do a few other classes. And Dan and I are talking, the husband and I are talking a lot about how to set up like a triple event where I do the class live for actual live people standing in front of me. At the same time, we live stream the class, and simultaneously we are recording the class so that that can be posted as well. We haven't really figured out the logistics on all that yet. When we do, we will do that, and I think that would be a really neat thing to do. What I'd really like to do is I'd like to have a demo day at the shop where on the hour, at the top of every hour, I do like a 5 or 10 minute demo that we do that technique with, where we'll have the live video, the recorded video, and the actual live demo for people who are in the area. So that's kind of my hope with the shop. There's no plans on moving over the holidays with the shop this year, not like the last 2 years. So I'm going to stay in the same location. And yeah, holiday hours are going to change in the shop. I'll post about that on the websites. So personal life, let's see what's going on. Oh, personal life. Ooh. Okay, so some of you kind of know my history. Hi, Chloe. Some of you kind of know my history. Some of you really don't. And that's okay either way. And it's cleaning time. Chloe, could you clean elsewhere, please? Go clean elsewhere. Go on. Go on. Go, go, go. Go, 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 go. It's not cleaning time. So anyway, we've gotten some good news in the last couple of weeks. My dad and I have. Actually, my dad has. I'm just peripheral to the whole thing. My dad will be getting married again soon. I'll be performing that ceremony for him, which means that his family, his fiance and her children, are coming from the Philippines really soon. He thinks that they could be here as soon as the end of the month, but I think we're pretty certain they're going to be here by Christmas. So there'll be, his fiance has, please no, go. Come on. Oh, go, 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 go. Go clean elsewhere. You don't have to do it in the camera. Animals. What does they say? They say in Hollywood, never work with kids or animals. Not that this is Hollywood. But anyway, so his fiance's got 4 children and a grandchild. The child that has the grandchild isn't coming, but the other 3 are. So I am getting a new family for Christmas. And I am kind of excited about this. Even at 41, it's exciting to get a new family. So I'll have new people to meet. So I'm trying to think up some nice little things that I can put together for them, just kind of as a welcome basket / Christmas basket kind of thing. I'm coming up really short on ideas. Yeah. So that's kind of what's going on in my personal life, and Dan and I are doing really well. We just celebrated our 17th wedding anniversary. Woo! The poor guy stayed with me for 17 years. So that's about it in our world. Charity for the week. So I mentioned bell ringing. I do start bell ringing next week, and I know I might catch some flack for this, and if so. But I ring bells for Salvation Army every year. I've been doing it for, I don't even know how many years anymore. I think maybe off and on, more on than off, for maybe 15 years, maybe. And I know a lot of people have issues with Salvation Army. I'm not entirely great with them either. I know that there is a whole anti-homosexual issue with the Salvation Army. And the way I justify, the reason I use for justifying ringing for Salvation Army is they are just about the most visible charity out there during the holidays. I know that they do help people. Even if they decide to pick and choose what people to help, they help some of the people who need help some of the time. And that's more than I see some other organizations doing. It's an organization where I can help them out without having to put out financial income. I can put out time for them. So I put out this year I'm doing 2 days a week, 2 hours a day. So 4 hours a week. Excuse me. My grandmother had issue with them because at some point, a friend of hers was sharing how when her daughter rang, her daughter got paid. I have never been paid. I've never heard of anybody in this area, at least, being paid to ring bells. It is purely a volunteer service. If it comes to the point where they're using money to pay ringers in this area, I won't ring with them. Yes, I need the money, but I don't need the money more than somebody who has no food. I'd rather see that money go to somebody who actually needs it. So I will be ringing with Salvation Army this year. Salvation Army's goal is, let me pull their site up, please. Salvation Army's goal is to, a smart girl would have had this all pulled up, right? Actually, let's specifically look at we'll look at this. So the Salvation Army has 11 articles of faith that reflect their determination to remain faithful to their standards and principles. And so they are a religious organization, which is the other reason a lot of people have issue with them, is because they are a Christian organization, and not everybody wants to support a Christian organization for whatever reason. I don't care. I don't care what God you worship. I don't care what you call your faith. I don't care where you go to church. If you are helping people, you are helping people, period. That's all I care about. Okay? So their mission statement is, where is their mission? Okay, since I'm obviously derping on the internet today and can't figure my world out, their tagline says doing the most good. Essentially, they feel that they are called, spiritually called, as an organization through Christian faith to help those who most need it. Which is why that they, I'm going to just maybe back that statement up there. We're going to just pretend I'm not even going to say that statement. I'm not saying it. But they believe through their Christian faith that they are called to help people who need it. So that's their job. So that's why they have the bell ringers. That's why they try and take care of the homeless, take care of the hungry. That's their deal. And so yeah, I'm going to ring with them again this year. They actually opened up the local grocery store here in town because I said, it's not that I have a problem with driving out to Portage to ring. I said, but it's a shame that our local grocery store will have ringers on Saturdays and Sundays, but I can't ring there during the week because there's nothing there to ring with. And so they figured it out, and they've got it set up to where I'll get an extra big bucket for the 2 days, and I'll ring for the Mondays and Tuesdays of the week now. So yay! All that aside, so my charity number now is up to 171. My community service number is up to 171. So yeah. Oh, Salvation Army, you find them at salvationarmyusa.org. Okay? So anyway, that's my video for the day. Please try and keep all of your scathing comments about the Salvation Army to a minimum if you can. Because like I said, I know there are a lot of people out there that are really hot about this organization. And I hope this gives you a little bit of insight as to where my life is going and why things might seem a little bit crazy and distressed right now. I'm going to try and stay fairly regular with the videos. I want to do, next week I want to talk a little bit about some recipes and some thankfulness, because we've got American Thanksgiving next week. And after that I'm going to have recipes and or patterns for things that you can do for the holidays. And then I'm going to revisit how I want to do these videos come the new year, because I feel like I've been stalling out and running out of ideas this year. So I don't want to just do seat of the pants stuff again next year. I want to either have a better focus for weekly videos or do less than weekly videos. So if you have an idea or a comment or a suggestion as far as that goes, please pop me a line. Let me know what you'd think, what you'd like to see, what you'd like to see less of. Yeah, just let me know. So I hope you guys have a great week. I will see you next week, bright and early Wednesday morning. Have a good one. Bye.